We're talking about 5 reasons that you can have budget blowout on your renovation. So whether you're renovating for your own home, whether you're flipping houses, this is all relevant information. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Claire O'Connell. Thank you for joining and watching today. And if you love anything to do with home, like design, renovation, and flipping, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And if you think this is valuable, please like this video. Let's get started. So here are my five top reasons you can find yourself with a bit of a budget blowout on your reno project. Number 1 is that you don't have a plan in place. Now this is pretty standard and pretty common, more common than you realize, but most people, it's like anything in life. If you haven't done something once or twice, then you don't really know where to start. You don't know what you don't know. And so a lot of the times we're kind of, feeling in the dark as far as our renovation project, and we don't have a proper plan in place, or we're relying on someone else's plan and we're not necessarily involved in all the minutiae and the details, and that can cause us to have a bit of a budget blowout later on down the track because we haven't planned for everything that we can plan for. Now, let me caveat that with, you can't plan for everything because things come up. And the biggest consistency with renovating houses is that you will always find yourself in a situation where you have surprises behind the wall. And that is why we always factor in a contingency of 15 to 20% of your budget. So number 2 is that the project takes longer than you originally expected. So maybe you had expected that the project take 90 days and it's actually taken 180 days. Now, delays are also very common when it comes to renovating. And so when you factor in your contingency for budget, it's also important that you factor in a contingency for time, because additional time might equal additional mortgage payments, additional loan payments, additional rent if you're not living in the property that you're renovating, and also you could have investment, you could have hard money loans with really high interest rates. So all of these things will really impact your bottom line. Number 3, changes. Now, if you're anything like me, changes come up. I love changing things as I go because a renovation is something that is moving and it's flowing. And as you start to walk the floor plan, as you start to see the finishes, you might decide that things aren't quite as you expected. And so you want to make some changes. Like, for example, making that bathroom a little bit bigger, adding a closet or a wardrobe, those sorts of things that you hadn't necessarily thought of to begin with. Because remember, unless you've renovated multiple houses, you just can't think of anything. And even then, I mean, we've been renovating for 10 years. And there's always new things that come up, and there's always things that we haven't thought of, and you learn something new with every renovation. So any changes that crop up will obviously have an impact to your budget because there's costs involved with materials, with labor, and effectively with time. So it's very important that you think about that when you make those changes and you understand the cost implications to those as well. So number 4 is unexpected things coming up. So there's one thing with you changing the floor plan. It's another thing entirely when you have some surprises behind the wall. And more often than not, it does come up. So sometimes you might find some subsidence issues, some structural issues. Now, hopefully not, because they're pretty significant, costly issues, but they can absolutely have a budget blowout. We've had some houses where we started taking the walls apart and half of the house was eaten by termites. Even though we'd had a termite inspection, we knew that there was some termite damage. The extent of the damage was exorbitant, and so we hadn't planned for that. So that is another reason why you can have a budget blowout on your job. And number 5 are extras. So these are things that you're going to add into your project, whether it's finishes, maybe you decided to upgrade the countertops in your kitchen, and obviously that's going to have an impact to your budget. So there are my 5 reasons why you possibly might have budget blowout and things to think about as you move on into your renovation. So now that you know that, now head on over to the next video where we talk about what to do when you have a budget blowout. If you liked this video and you found it useful, make sure that you hit like and hit subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you on my channel next time.